also been asked about my tips on prospecting efficiently in non-English speaking markets. I would say that it is quite a similar one than in the UK, but because those platforms usually have less contacts, you have to do a bit more of background research. So my typical outreach and prospecting approach is to Google around the topic, find those journalists that come back often. For example, if you want to do health, do you want to find health journalists around, you know, like, or technology journalists, you just have to Google around and see who writes about screen time. You want to see who writes about diets and all this. So you just like, it just takes time, but I think it's worth it. And then you single out the name of the journalist, use your platform to find those contacts. If you don't, in a lot of countries, journalists still have their email on the website. And that obviously is very, very good. Unfortunately, in the UK, we don't have this luxury anymore most of the time. But yeah, in many, many countries, that is still available. And if it's not available on the journalist profile, I would recommend going in the contact section, where you have the names of the editors very often, and people that you can contact. Obviously, those people are more likely to get a lot of emails, but these are also the very relevant contact for you. One thing I talk to the team a lot about is to use the tool that are at your disposal, but not rely entirely on it, because I think you miss out on a lot of prospecting opportunities by not just Googling around and doing the groundwork yourself. And then if you want to use a tool first and then researching, or the opposite, it works, it's okay, but it's just something that you need to keep in mind, to just use different approach to prospecting to find your contacts. And in many countries, you can also use social media. I'm talking about France a lot here, but I think in France, a lot of journalists are now putting in their bio where they work, and sometimes their email. But even though then the email, you can figure it out, but at least you know. And Twitter is often also more up to date than all those platforms that have thousands and thousands of contacts to update every day. And also, if back to what we did before, you are doing outreach in a country where you don't know the language, and you've translated your campaign, or you translated your email, use translators to help find contact. You know, you have a direct Google Translate help, like, use this. Sometimes it's approximate English, but you will understand what is the most important people that you need to contact there. So these are just like a few tips, but obviously that there's loads for each market to look for. And I think that's just an approach that you learn by doing, really, and then you find the prospecting style that you prefer, and then you stick to it.